Welcome to Grown Folks Talk and Express Yourself. The podcast will begin momentarily.
Please announce yourself.
Once again, everybody, we want to welcome you Friday. The Xtra-Hype Connection, Cooler Talk podcast on the Grown Folk Talk and Express Yourself Network. I'm your host, Marcus, my co-host, Prince, part of the Xtra-Hype Connection team in the building tonight. Stick around. Hope you like what's going down. Once again, show some love to local businesses that support our podcast. Carlos Restaurant, 16 Clinton Street, Newark, New Jersey. The Fruit House, 764 Broad Street, Newark, New Jersey. Halsey News, 2 Prudential Drive, Newark, New Jersey. And AJ Caribbean Taste, 150 Halsey Street, Newark, New Jersey. Some of you heard about them on the podcast.
Customer service needed from the deodorant department. Customer service needed in the fashion department. Customer service needed in the deodorant department. Customer service needed in the shampoo department.
Once again, Friday night, my friends. It's the Xtra-Hype Connection, and you're tuned in to the Cooler Talk podcast on the Great Talk Express Yourself Progressive Podcast Network. Thank you for joining us this evening. You could have been anywhere else, but you're right here with us. I want to introduce myself formally once again. My name is Marcus. I am your host. Tonight we got my man FloFokuz co-host. That's right, in the building. The Xtra-Hype team is here for you on this Friday. We got a little bit of background noise there. Can you please mute that out for us? Thank you very much. We really do appreciate you joining in. But could you please mute your background noise? Thank you very much. On the Q&A section, yeah, we'll go ahead and let it ride. But right now, while we're inside, I just want to welcome everybody here. For all of our returning listeners, hope you had a great week. Glad to have you here with us. And to our new listeners, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for catching our podcast right here on the network. We're glad to have you as well. We want to make you feel at home. So if there's anything we can do for any listener on here to make you feel more at home, if we can do it and it's within our power, we'll go ahead and definitely do it for you. Thank you very much once again.
I want you to pay my rent for next month.
Hey, I got some Monopoly money for you, my brother. I'll send it over to you in a minute. Yes, indeed, everybody. We definitely want to thank you for being here with us. Before we start, it is customary, we have to do this. We got to show some love. We did show some love to local businesses that support us because they actually do. Let me tell you about that. Real quick before we start, what we do is here we're about networking, okay? We are about making connections. We are the Xtra-Hype Connection. That's right. That's the energy. That's the electricity. That's everything that you need to make everything flow and go, all right? So what we do is we reach out to local businesses in our community. We develop a rapport. These are places that we go, places that we shop at, places that we do business with, people that we see all the time. We talk to them, and guess what? We connect with them, and we do let you all know that they show us love because they do mention us. They do listen to us, and guess what? We mention them. So we network with them, and we're building up our community on connections. Because this business connects to that business, and then guess what? They share back and forth, and it just keeps going, and it's a beautiful thing. So just to let you know before we start, we got four websites we think that you ought to visit and support. These are not any kind of paid promotions. We just love these websites, and we want to let you know the love that we have for them. So without further ado, liquidmana.com. Liquid Mana. And Mana is spelled MANNA.com, okay? Liquidmana.com. Oxygen-enriched water, very potent product. Won't hurt you, will do everything to help to boost you. That's right, it gets your oxygen level up, gets your energy level up, actually gets your blood flowing. It actually calms you down. I mean, it does so many different things. You can cook with it. You can clean food with it. You can make drinks like coffee, tea, smoothies, juices with it. I mean, if you want to do that, you can make soup with it. You can boil your pasta in it, and guess what it does? It infuses everything that it touches with energy. You can taste the difference. I'll tell you, and it does a whole lot more. They have a lot more products for you. So check them out at liquidmana.com. And here's the thing. We worked it out with the owners of the company. So you get a discount when you go to order. When you go to checkout, there's a code you put in there that identifies you with this particular networking podcast. It's GTF2025. That's your discount code when you go to checkout. So when you go to liquidmana.com, you see something you like, you want to buy it, go over to the checkout page, enter all the information that you need, and then when you see the box that says enter your coupon or discount code, put in GTF2025 to get a discount off of your entire order, and that's standing. It never expires. So just for all of us and from all of us, from us to all of you, to show you the love, that is for you. Also, we got networking.info/groupology-360. Go there, click on the top. There's a drop down menu that comes down. See our thank you page. That is just for you for coming on to our podcast. The dynamic offers there. I mean, you got to check them out. Check them all out. There's a book offer there with a whole host of goodies that come with it. And I'm telling you, it's an offer that's amazing, an offer of a lifetime. You really got to check it out. The author is very, very well accomplished and very, very personable, conversational, and makes the point very clear. I'll tell you, once you read or even listen to these books, you can listen to them online. Guess what? Your perspective may change and shift just a little bit degree of paradigm. It's all good for you, so check it out at networkingforsuccess.info/groovology-360. Also, I want to introduce you to prologicstrategies.com. That's the website of my co-host, FloFokuz. He's been working on this site. He's been developing it. He's got the news section up now. We've got advertisements up there, upcoming events coming up real soon, things on the network that we're doing, venues that we'll be at, and also a big event that we got planned on November 14th. And you're going to tune in right here on the network. I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss it. We'll talk about it a little bit later. And last but not least, bearcatbody.com. That's B-A-R-E, catbody.com. That's the lovely Leslie Wright. That is her website. You need to check her out. I'm telling you, she is totally amazing, and I vouch for her 100%. She's got products for your eye health. I mean, eye drops, natural, organic, formulated by her. No chemicals, everything natural and organic to improve your eye health. Also, she's got body butters. She's got exfoliation scrubs. I mean, they've got coffee in them. I got one right now. It's got coffee in it, vanilla. I'm like, oh, my God. I'm scrubbing it on my skin, and I'm tasting. I'm like, wait a minute. This stuff ain't even in my mouth. I tell you, out of sight. She's also got dental products. I tell you, wintergreen and also mint. It's a paste, and it comes in a glass jar. What more could you? Oh, my goodness. You got to check it out. She's also got a whole host of other things for you as well. So go to her website, Bearcat Body, read her testimony about how she corrected and resolved her own eye issues, astigmatism and cataracts. She did it herself. Research, study, and she did everything that she needed to do with her products on herself first. And as she began to see improvements and she began to refine her products, you should see the number of people that have testimonies on her website. Check her out. She's got a whole lot in store for you and a whole lot more. Let her know you heard about her on the podcast, all right? And she's been here twice, and guess what? She'll be back next month on the 14th right here for our big event. Leslie Wright will be back here next month, November 14th. Mark your calendar, 6 p.m. It's going to be an awesome show. And with that, my friends, I want to let you know, thank you for hanging in there for our announcements tonight. Appreciate you for that. And without further ado, Time for us to bring it to you, the podcast, the Xtra-Hype Connection, Cooler Talk Friday. And as I began to kind of to see what we could go with tonight, I was going to bring a formal topic, but you know what? We always seem to do that. But Cooler Talk is a night where we just kind of lay back and we just talk, all right? Like we used to do back in the backyard, okay? When we be at the uncle and aunt's house, they was having a barbecue outside, okay? Meat on the grill, potato salad, macaroni salad, hot dogs, hamburgers, all that other stuff. You know, sodas we used to drink, water, whatever we had. And they'd be in the back. They'd have their little jungle juice, you know what I'm saying? They'd have their cups that we couldn't drink out of, but it was always one uncle that always let you sip some beer. See, don't let your mom know. Don't let your mom know. The kids would be out running around, ripping, because all the adults was in the backyard, and that's when the lightning bugs used to come out. If y'all remember them, they'd light up the night. They'd be in the back talking, chilling, and just having a conversation until the coals went out in the barbecue grill. So tonight, Cooler Talk, that's what we're about. So tonight, guess what? It's an open dialogue tonight. So we don't have a formal topic, but you may start one. You may start something. You may have a thought. Something might have been on your mind this week, or you might have heard something that you want to bring here and bring it out some more. But tonight, that is what we're here for. So without further ado, my friends, thank you for being here. And let's begin. Let's begin. So I wanted to inform everybody that we got an upcoming event. And I'm proud to be a participant in this 5K walk / run / however else 5K event on November 8th. And it's for the NFB, which is for the National Federation of the Blind. I'm a member of the Northern New Jersey chapter, and I will be participating in this 5K event. It is to get us out into the open air. It's a healthy event. Anybody can participate. And it's also a fundraiser for the NFB North Jersey chapter and other chapters as well that will be participating. So I will be there up front in person. We're going to have the Xtra-Hype Connection out there. We're working on getting the Alpha Pack out of Staten Island out there. And we've got a couple more groups that are going to probably be with us on that day, showing their love, showing their support. And I got a whole host of sponsors that are sponsoring me for this 5K event. So trust and believe you me, we're going to be out in full force. We hope to see you there. We're going to be doing our video of our experience with this event, and we're going to be also adding that to PolarStrategy.com. So if any of you are interested in just getting out for the day with us, you know, meeting some new people, meeting some friendly, meeting some cool people, you know, having some laughs, jokes, and a good time in the great outdoors. And it's a walk around the reservoir. So there's a whole road that's just been done like not long ago. It's clear. You know, it's good for walking. And some people are going to be running and jogging this too. So it's large enough for all of that to take place. And we're going to be out there. And hey, if you want to come on out, it's open to all right? We'll be giving out more details very soon. But I just wanted to let you know, I'm very proud to support my community, all right, and my chapter, Northern New Jersey chapter, NFB, all right? And we'll see you there on November 8th for those of you who want to come out and join us. Hey, it's all good. I'll be there waiting for you. And when we finish our walk, our run, whatever it is, those of you who come to join us, and to also kind of, you know, rub shoulders with us, the Alpha Pack, the other Asian organizations that we're going to have out there, guess what? We're going to do one big video. Everybody's going to just yell and scream, "We did it! Yeah, we did it!" And all of that good stuff. And we're going to put it up there. We're going to promote it out. So everybody, thank you very much. You're all invited. I heard somebody wanted to chime in.
Wolf,
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
what's up? How you doing?
Very good. Very good. How's it going?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad to hear you doing something like that for the community. I love that, man. That's awesome.
Yes, indeed. Is this Wolf? Is this Brother Wolf?
Yes, Wolf.
Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, hey, it is good to hear you, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I had just received an award I wanted to talk about, but I love that what you're doing with that run, man. That is amazing, brother.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I've been talking to FloFokuz, and I put the bug in his ear to put in your ear because we definitely would love to see you in the Alpha Pack out there, brother, and bring the whole crew, man. And even the people that just love you guys. So, hey, come on out. We want to listen, man. We want to flood this place with love and participation. It's a good outing. It's for a worthy cause, and it's amazing. What will happen. When we all just come together, we all just start doing things together again, and especially with what you got going on. Hey, brother, enough about me. Talk about your award that you just received, brother. We definitely want to hear about this.
All right. Well, I was at what they call is the 9th annual Fatherhood Award Ceremony. It was basically based on what a lot of parents and business owners and nonprofit workers see in the neighborhood of Staten Island, and we want to show love to the men and the fathers that's out there doing something with the community. They're good fathers in their school. They're good fathers at home, and people hear about it. And that was people like Fatherhood Matters and Cypop and the Alpha Pack want to acknowledge that we see you, brother. You know what I mean? We see you doing good with your family. We see you striving forward to make that good effort. We see what you're doing in the community, and that's one of the things that I got awarded for, which was, and it was a little more than I thought when I first got there. I thought it was just going to be a fatherhood award. You know what I mean? The most, I would probably get a plaque of some sort saying I was a good father. But I got a plaque, and then I got a certificate of recognition from the senator in Staten Island out here in District 23. And I was like, whoa, from the senator? Like, what in the world? And then it's because they see the same thing, and I didn't realize that. I'm like, well, I'm just doing what I'm thinking I'm supposed to do. Then I also got an award from the city. I got the City Council Citation Award, and I was like, whoa, the city? You know what I mean? What is going on? How do they know what I've been doing? And that's because our organization, we work with the city. We work right along side by side with the city and the councilmen, and we try to speak to them on behalf of the families in Staten Island. So when they see us doing something, when they ask for funding for events that's going to help fathers get somewhere and do something, they can see, like, listen, this dad over here is going to the school every day. He's always here, but he needs some sneakers for his kids. Or this dad is doing this and doing that, but things are needed, and they heard and they want to know what can they do. You know what I mean? And I was amazed that they was doing something.
Now that's good. That's good. So basically, you were recognized for your work in the community and for your involvement with the groups that actually help out with the fathers, and the fathers that are recognized as doing some positive stuff with the children, with the communities, the schools, the stores, whatever it may be. So you and the Alpha Pack got recognized for all of that in Staten Island and by the senator too?
Yeah. It was very humbling and very surprising. I thought I was doing when I take care of my daughter, when I pick up my daughter from school, any other child that needs to get picked up, I'll pick them up. It's no problem as long as they live where I know where they live at. I know where their parents is going. I know where they're at, so they don't just be out on the street. and I walk with them, make sure they get across the street, get home safe. And even today, this is a car dealership that I walked past, and he just out of nowhere said, "You know what? You're a good dad. Why don't you have a car? I'm gonna try to do something to help you get a car." I was like, "No, it's okay. I'm right down the block. I'm just walking to pick my daughter up. But thank you very much." It didn't even dawn on me at all that anyone can see me as a man. We don't really get many compliments towards us. We're usually the one giving the compliments out. As a man, we don't really get much sight. People don't really see us when we're doing as much positive stuff as we can. On the news, you hear about all the bad people are doing all the bad things. You rarely hear about good things happening, especially with men in communities like mine, living in on the nights or on the projects, or what I mean. It's really difficult to hear the positive. And now we have organizations that's like, hey, we see you, keep striving to do good. That way we can keep doing good to teach our children after us to do good.
You know what? And that right there is what we need more of, to hear more about the positive things that are happening. And you're right, because, the negative things are a dime a dozen every day. But it's very rare that you hear about things that you're talking about and involved with and doing that are actually uplifting and lifting all of that, that murkiness, that heaviness, that bad energy off of the heads of people, is showing that it's not all about that. It's really not. Here's some good stuff that you can see that's happening, key in on it. And that's what we need more of. And listen, I'm going to tell everybody on this live right now, this man right here, Brother Leon from Staten Island of the Alpha Pack, this man right here has a vision, went with his vision. He's doing his vision, and he's made so many connections with other organizations that are all about helping, uplifting, encouraging, putting out good vibes and energy and resources so that everybody in the community can take part, take advantage, and have those at their disposal. And that's what we're talking about. Brother Leon, listen, bro, I have to commend you. I really do. Your work and your jump to greatness, I tell you, that still has me like my mind is still moving that, bro. I'm like, you just took a jump rope, and now look at this. You're working with the school systems. You're working with centers and neighborhood community centers. You're working with groups that just want you to come, and then the fact that you were sensitive to our community, those with under vision loss, and you actually worked with, I tell you what, why don't you, I can't do it justice like you. Why don't you tell that story again about the student who's blind and figured that he couldn't do it, and how you worked with him and what the result was. Why don't you tell us that story again, bro?
All right. So I had a student that had a vision impairment, right? And he felt that he couldn't jump rope. He wasn't completely blind. It was like the lights that he couldn't really see too well. His vision was like severely harmed. Like he needed help getting around, but he didn't need a cane. You know what I mean? But he couldn't see the rope in front of him. He wasn't focusing on other senses, like his sense of hearing and his sense of touch, which is in martial arts that I teach. That's one of the, of course, one of the 6 senses, because we got more than 5 senses. So it's one of the 6 senses. We got all the physical senses, you know what I mean, and then we got the senses outside of the physical. So when you go to jump rope, you know what I mean, it's something in your hand that you physically feel. You can also hear the whip of the rope going around your body, and I had to teach him those things. And then I told him to put one leg out, 1 foot out on the ground, and bring the rope over his head, let him feel it on his foot. And once he feel it on his foot, start timing how to lift that one foot until it hits the other foot behind them. And keep doing that until it feels natural. And then do the switch to that same to the other foot. Then stand with both feet side by side and pull the rope around you and then pull it back behind you to get the timing of when the rope is going to come around to hit your foot. And then I told him when that timing comes, you just do one jump. And he did one jump, and oh my God, he was so happy. Everyone was like, he did it. And then I was like, now try two. And then he did two. He messed up a little bit, but he said, all right, I got this. He stood up, and everyone was quiet. And he did 1, 2 jumps. And he he stumbled a little bit, but he was like, I did it. Everybody was happy. And I was like, as you get time yourself, you'll learn to do it more. And a kid was behind him that was actually trying to learn how to jump rope. That he was not blind. He could see. He was perfectly fine in every way. He was watching him to learn how to jump rope. Because how I was explaining it, he seemed to not get it. But I know those type of people. Those type of people are visual learners. So no matter how you explain something to someone, they need to see you doing it in order to mimic and copy what you're doing rather than you using words or rather than if you're reading it off a piece of paper. Some people are like, let me Google this and read the words and can comprehend and understand. Some people are like, no, I don't want to read it. I want you to show it to me. And they comprehend that way. That's how he did it. And as he was watching him jump rope, he was teaching someone else how to jump rope but didn't even realize it. You know what I mean? So it was just a beautiful experience for me. I was ecstatic.
Yes, indeed. And man, every time I hear about the things that, Alpha Pack is doing and the things that you've been involved in, man, it's amazing, bro. And it does something for me, like it gives me some joy that this is actually going on. And, you're not concentrating on the negative or the bad stuff, or trying to beat the bad stuff back. You're actually putting something out here that we did when we were younger, and our generations before did when we were younger, that isn't really happening right now,
Right.
And I like the way that you were talking about how this fights the obesity in children, because we got children that are suffering from that and other types of things because they're not getting enough activity to burn off, all of these calories or sugars or things that, they just eat and maybe sit down in the house, but they're not getting the activity.
Right.
So
right.
Man. Whew.
I think sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But
go ahead.
So speaking of youth, right? I had a parenting workshop out here in Staten Island at the Castleton Cornerstone, and we was talking to the young kids because none of the parents showed up. The Cornerstone has a program, a UAU, that runs until a certain time, and the parents will show up to pick up their kids. We had it 2 hours in between that time, thinking that the parents are going to show up, they can spend time to learn things with their children. They weren't there. So we all decided to talk with the children there. The Fatherhood Matters is a company that was doing it. And one of the main questions they asked all the kids, right? They asked, who here could be a leader? And not sexist in any way, but all the girls raised their hand and none of the boys raised their hand. And the thing about it that makes that difficult as a company called Fatherhood Matters is like the men and boys in this country seem to not feel that they're going to live long enough to become a leader. We asked them what you needed or wanted to be changed in your neighborhood. Everyone there said violence. Violence needs to change in the neighborhood. And I know in the 80s and 90s when I was growing up, I see the people who's committing the crimes. I see the violence. And we actually says, who's here part of that crime? Who's here part of that violence? Who here sees it? Who here hears it? And they all raising their hands about they're not part of it, but they see it and they hear it. And this one girl said, well, she be seeing it a lot. She seems to be part of it, but she's not. She almost got arrested because she was around kids that was fighting. People who was in her circle was fighting, and she almost got arrested because she was associated with them. And we had to explain to them that that type of things happens a lot. If you surround yourself with people who are negative and bad, it will impact your life. If you surround yourself with people who will love you, care for you, and want good for your future, it will impact your life. But you have to make that choice. You have to make that choice. But the thing about it is, in them trying to make a choice about positive and negative, what if the only choice is negative? Not saying their parents wasn't busy or didn't have something to do, but what if their parents need help? Who can they go to ask, hey, my mommy is an alcoholic. Hey, my dad is on drugs. Hey, my brother is in a gang. Or, hey, we don't have enough food to last a certain amount of time. Who can they go to? You know what I mean? What companies would a child know to go to besides 911? You know what I mean? So now they have companies out there that children can even call and contact, like Fatherhood Matters, like Staten Island Provider Outreach Project, which is Xtra-Hype, the company I work with, like the Alpha Pack. They can reach out to us, and we can help them in a way that's not going to get them taken from their home. You know what I mean? I understand how foster care works and stuff like that. So I want to make sure we definitely try to put that out there and build companies that's going to help our future, because the children are our future. A lot of people don't understand that because they're living their time while those children are alive, because they mess up the future by having a child at a younger age, and they try to still keep that youth going when you need to be more responsible for your children. And it's tough because having a child makes it a difficult life, but there is help out there, and we want to make sure these people go and seek that help.
Yes, yes. Now that right there in itself, having options, that is a beautiful and that's a wonderful thing right there. Because like you just made the point, most kids only would know to call 911. And we know how that can go.
Yeah.
I say that that way all the time, but we know how it could go. But when they have another option, that's something that now doesn't get too far into, the legal things with, and the who needs to go and who we're going to take. But it now seems like it works to say, okay, what do you all need here? What's needed for this situation to turn around? Fatherhood Matters and the side pack, as well as your Alpha Pack. I'm glad that you have these options, and I'm really hoping that you make that connection, that across the water connection over here with us in Jersey, so that you can start extending what you do this way, and those options can also be available here, and then the way that you all just grow, the garden, so to speak, can happen here as well. But I think that's a wonderful thing, man. I think that's great. And how long have you been at this? Just for my own, our listeners' sakes, how long have you been at this?
Well, I would say I've been fully active at this the past 3 years. I had my idea for my business, the Alpha Pack, going on 25 years though. I fully implemented it about 10 years ago, and I started working with communities all over New York City. And I fully started getting into what they're doing out here in Staten Island, which is awesome. Fatherhood Matters started out here. Xtra-Hype started out here, Staten Island Community Project, Outreach Project. But the thing about it is, when you go into Manhattan, you don't get a Fatherhood Matters. When you go into the Bronx, and sadly, when you go into different states, you don't get that. We all know Black Lives Matter. We all know, that fatherhood matters. But for some reason, we're not pinpointing these things out until something bad happens. You know what I mean? Until a father's on the news frustrated at something that he couldn't get. He couldn't get to see his child and he does something foolish. You know what I mean? Frustrated at a Black person that gets hurt in some form of way because they want to believe he did something wrong even though he didn't. Black people matter. Fathers matter of all races. But we have to try to reach out to create something that can show that. And Black Lives Matter, they had that everywhere. You know what I mean? And everybody tried to do a lot when it came to Black Lives Matter. We shouldn't have to say it, but either way, it was needs to be said. Now we need to focus on fathers being in the home, fathers being present, fathers having the time or creating the time for their child and understanding its importance. You know what I mean? You go to fatherhoodmatters.org, they can show you different games you can play, different things you can do. They have different events and programs like the parenting workshop we had last night. I mean, it's a huge array of things that we can find out, and especially with the technology is now, it doesn't matter what state you're in, you can still go online and look something up, like pro-logic strategies that can help you out, like fatherhoodmatters.org that can help you out. You can go on social media and find someone that can help you out, which we on social media as well. So you have all forms of way to get this help. I just want to try to get us some physical places when it comes to other states other than Staten Island. But this is where it started. This is going to be its foundation, but doesn't mean that's where we're going to stop.
All right. Now, I like that. I like how that sounds. Yes, indeed. And I want to also, since we're, like I said, we're open dialoguing and, we're here right now, I just wanted to ask you, now, I know that your Alpha Pack, consists of many members doing good work and doing great works. And I know that you all come together like Voltron at one point, and everybody's together and y'all just form the pack. And like you guys, I guess you make appearances at different places, I guess, or you have events that are coming up. Can you tell us, like, what are some of the events that you appeared at or as a pack? And, how do you add to your numbers? How is that done?
All right, so that's a great question. We actually have quite a few events coming up. One of them, like tomorrow, we have what we call a trunk and treat happening at PS 18 out here in Staten Island. We also, but that's Side Pop and Fatherhood Matters. They all over Staten Island. They have many events. They actually have a calendar that you can go to that's online. You can also find that at fatherhoodmatters.org. You can definitely find it there, or .com. I believe it's .com. You can find out there the different events that we have and where we go. Also, that same website, you can sign up to be either a volunteer, as a normal volunteer, or to be part of the team. So that's how they do their recruitment and stuff like that. I do my recruiting personally. I want to see each person. I want to talk to each person. I want you to be part of the pack, and I want to build you up into what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish. At the same time, making sure you have your time to be with your family, because family is very important. My pack is very important, just as much as yours is. So I want to make sure everyone can have their time with their family and also have time to do whatever jobs that they're doing, because the Alpha Pack is, a nonprofit that works with the community all over. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter what state you're in. It doesn't matter what country you're in. If you want to be part of the Alpha Pack, especially online, it's many things you can do. One of the easiest things I tell people my pack to do is doing something simple on social media by always trying to post positive things. That's it. You can see negative things, have negative things. That's gonna happen. But every once in a while, post positive things, because we see so much negative. You know what I mean? So much negative out there, and not much to combat it, except for something positive. I don't want to see on my timeline a shooting, a robbery, someone died, someone famous is this and that. I'm like, where's it? Then I have to go to my page. I have to go to Alpha Pack page to see something positive. I have to go to, Side Pop page. I got to go to Fatherhood Matters page. Oh, look at this black man getting this award. Look at this student graduating school early, going to college at the age of 19. I mean, at the age of 15. Like, how is these things not on the news? How is these things not shown to our people so we can go, wow, I can do that too? Why is that not happening? If we want to see positive in our life, we have to put positive out there. And we are the ones who are showing our children how things are supposed to go. You know what I mean? And even if you're young, and you have a child at a young age, looking at that child, you gotta know, tag, I have to make sure my child has a better future. And the best way to do that is putting positive out there. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
So that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, it seems like you're doing a great job of that, my brother. You know, you got it going, you got the momentum, and
Thank you,
y'all
man.
move.
Extra hype.
You know, and like I said, that event on the 8th, November 8th,
Yeah.
and I'm really looking forward to and trying to see what I can do to make sure that you all are able to, you know, be at that event, and just get to meet some really good people, positive people, people like you said, you worked with a student who was visually impaired, but we got a bunch of visually impaired people and they're out here walking and even running. Now that's the thing that got me. I said, wait a minute. Running? How you doing that? But figured out a way to do it. So there really is no limitations when we think about it. The only limitation I think is what we think is limiting. But other than that, the whole thing is open. It's an oyster. So I really do, really hopefully, we get you guys out there and we can walk or those that want to run can run, but we're gonna be there to have a whole lot of fun. This is gonna be such a great thing for you all to introduce, what you all do and who you all are to the people there, and to the members of the NFB, which, are going to be there. And I mean, this is wonderful, wonderful right here, right before harvest time is, up or whatever, early part of November. Beautiful scene up there, clean, fresh air. It's at a reservation, lots of trees, lots of grass, stuff that, coming up, we did see a lot of that, and a lot of other stuff up there too. There's a zoo up there, there's restaurants. It's just a wonderful place to be, very relaxing, good vibes there, and a good place for us to get out there, get our videos on and, boom, put them up. Here we go. Shouts out to everybody. So, I'm looking forward to that as well. And I'm looking forward to meeting the rest of your people as well so we can all be in the same place, same space, and do what we do, make it happen, So I'm really glad that you're on with us tonight, brother. And you keep up the good work, my man. I mean, man, listen, you got it, bro. You got it. Keep it up. Keep it moving.
You too, brother. You too, definitely, man. For real. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, and all your listeners. I appreciate all you guys as well.
Extra hype.
Yes, indeed. Hey, there he is, right there. FloFokuz. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, brother.
Having microphone troubles here, but I'm finally in the building. But I just want to say thanks so much to my brother Leon, the Wolf himself, for showing up and letting us know what's really good out there in the old island, Shaolin. And by the way, that website for Fatherhood Matters is UAU, fatherhoodmatters.com. And you can scroll down there and they'll be able to see some of the events that they've got going on out there, just on the Fatherhood Matters homepage at UAU, fatherhoodmatters.com, just to get it right for you there. But
Yes,
I
indeed.
wanted to just say, man, like that's my bro, and we've been working on things for so long, man, that it's just lovely to see it be recognized, for somebody to say, wow, here's a guy doing his thing, and for the word to get high enough for a paper to come across a state representative's desk for him to sign and give recognition. So I appreciate and give my accommodation out to the big bro there as well.
Appreciate you, man, for real, brother. I really do appreciate that. And you're right, the UAU, yeah, fathermatters.com, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Anytime. And And man, at the end of the day, it's a lovely time of year for this kind of stuff to go on. The kids are going from the earlier part of the school year into the later part because now they got like the summer recess coming up, Thanksgiving and all of that, and get the year and the fiscal year ended off right on a good note so that we can get the next new year off to a good start, and I'm not sure if anyone's been to the website in the last day or two, but we've got a new promotion going on in conjunction with networkingforsuccess.info. There is a 2-for-1 special going on. We've got two ebooks for $20 right now. You guys can go check it out. The lovely Ivadane Smith is the author of these two wonderful books. Suicide is a Killer. Let's Stop It Now. And Mind is too mental, as teeth are too dental, and we all have a mind. So go check those out at prologicstrategies.com/news and pick up both of those books right now for $20. Now turn it back over to you, Extra Hype.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, FloFokuz. Glad to have you and Leon go in the building. All right. All right. So everybody, we definitely got you covered. We moving forward. And hey, everybody, remember this. Does anybody know what next Friday is? Anybody on the line know what next Friday is?
Halloween.
Yes.
No
Yes,
lies
it's
told.
Halloween.
Flip Side Friday.
Fan, fan,
That's,
fan, fan, fan.
that's right, y'all. That's right. Y'all know what we do on the Flip Side Friday as we bring it to you. That's right. 5 Fridays this month. Halloween is the 5th Friday. So guess what? Y'all get some trick or treat and y'all get some flip side treats, okay? So we got it coming up for you this coming Friday. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. Remember, this is the last Flip Side Friday this year. Okay? This one is the last one for the year. So we're going to try to see if the committee is able to do something a little bit extra. We don't know. We don't know yet what they got in store, but we're going to see if they're going to give us a little bit of extra elbow grease or something there, a little bit of extra mustard and mayonnaise to work with. And whatever they give us, we'll definitely bring it to you. But here's what we want you to do. We really want you to tell people, we really want you to, even if they don't come on, that's okay, but tell them. Give them the phone number to call in. Give them the web link. We'll make sure you got it in your text messages. You can forward it to your contacts. Put it on your social media if you got it. Even if you got children, hey, give it to them. Tell them. Give it to your friends. Come on in and see what we're all about. Because this one ends this year, 2025. It's our last Flip Side. But remember, coming the new year, oh, wait till you see what's in store. The committee swore me to silence. They swore me to silence. They said, nope, you can't say nothing until the new Flip Side in 2026 comes around. And they said, if you say something, all right, then we going to hold back on that for a little while. We're going to hold back until the middle of the year. I said, no need to. No need to. My lips are sealed. Okay? So, Flip Side Friday coming next Friday, the 31st, okay? All kinds of treats going out on that day, all kinds of treats. So make sure you come ready to receive some prizes, okay? You already know you're going to have the trivia with FloFokuz, and my man does good trivia. You're going to have some music questions from me, okay? This time I'm going to throw a few music bangers at you. And then we're going to have our bonus giveaway. Now, if you didn't get your bonus points, okay, because remember, last month, I think it was September, We started out giving away 5,000 bonus points. Okay, we just giving them away like Crazy Eddie used to do. It's just insane. But not everybody got in on that. So guess what? FloFokuz made a way for you to get some more bonus points. 4,000 bonus points, as a matter of fact. When you go to prologicstrategies.com and sign up, it's free. It's free, and the points are free too. And for what they're worth, you use them to be able to participate in the bonus round in the Flip Side Friday. And guess what? Whatever points you don't use, you can roll them over for the next Flip Side event. Okay? So 4,000 bonus points you can get. If you didn't get in on the 5, you can definitely get in on the 4,000 bonus points that he's offering. Just go to prologicstrategies.com, sign up, okay? Create an account. It's free of charge, and there's a bunch of other bonuses coming out too. Also, remember, on prologicstrategies.com, you got the 2-for-1. You got 2 ebooks, very good ebooks for $20. And guess what? It comes with $200 worth of grocery coupons. It comes for, I think also, if I'm not mistaken, hotel discounts. There's other discounts and other saving offers as well. It's a whole bundle package that comes with that 2-for-1. You can't beat that. I'd say you can't beat that with anything that I've ever heard of. So make sure you go over to prologicstrategies.com, okay, and get your bonus points for Flipside Friday. Just create an account. And 2-for-1, 2 ebooks, and the many different gifts that come with that purchase. And also, if you're wanting to start your own kind of business thing or whatever, you want to get something going, something simple, there's also an opportunity there as well. So we're bringing it to you. We're making the connections, the Xtra-Hype Connection. Yes, we are. And with all of you on the line, we're bringing you more and more offers every time, okay? So we're going to keep on building on this. We're going to keep on moving. And right now, I got one more thing, and I can't give this totally out, but I will tell you this much. Those of you who remember Leslie Wright, she was on our podcast twice here with me, and she talked about what she did to resolve her own eye issues, okay? Many of you remember that. She was also here in person, okay, in person here just not too long ago, a few months ago, right here in Jersey, here in Newark. And she graced us with her presence. And she actually sat down and talked with people, and she brought product. And she just, told people, okay, you need to use this and this and this. And said, okay, you use that, and you call me, and you tell me what your results are so we can go ahead and formulate a way for you to use this so you get the best result from it. She's like that. She takes the time to sit with people and really hear what is going on with them so that she can know how best to help their situation get better. So at any rate, she'll be here November 14th, okay? That day especially, we're going to have a very special podcast, okay? Now, I can't give you all the details, but I'm going to tell you something else. She's bringing a few friends with her. And these are also friends of hers who have resolved issues themselves. One of her friends resolved issues with diabetes organically, naturally. She's coming with Leslie. Also, another one of her friends has a clinic here in New Jersey, deals with all different types of issues related to eye health. Right here in New Jersey, not far away, in the northern region of Jersey. That's right here in North Jersey. That person is coming too with her. And guess what? We got a few more people coming as well. So it's going to be a gala extravaganza that night of information and resources that anyone and everyone on that evening can take notes. We'll give you the recording. It's definitely going to be up on YouTube, so all that information and transcript will be there. And every single thing from resolving issues to your state of mind, to your nutrition, to your hydration, all of that is going to be packed in November 14th. All right? All of that is going to be there. So make sure that you mark your calendars and make sure that you tell people about this, because this is a one-of-a-kind thing. I don't know where this has ever been done, but we're doing it here. And we definitely want all of you to come in, okay? And you're going to hear what they've done and what they do, where they're located. They're going to have all their information. They're going to tell you about everything. And then we're going to have the floor open for you all to ask questions, you know, and really, really kind of pick the brains of these people that are going to be with us on the 14th. And you're going to get so many answers and so many resources that it's just going to be the wow factor, okay? I can't give you much more than that. But we're going to be promoting it soon, and we're going to have it at prologicstrategies.com/news. So remember, create your account, prologicstrategies.com. And if you need that website again, we'll be more than happy to send it out to you. If you need to get on our notification list, okay, send a text message to 732-362-1729, and in the text, put your name and the words "notify me." That will let us know that you want to get our notifications in your text message inbox, and we will do that, okay? So once again, if you want to receive our notifications so you know what's going on, what we have going, what's new, the events, all of these other extravaganza galas that are going on where we're going to be meeting in person, send a text message to area code 732-362-1729. Put your name and the words "notify me." Okay? We'll be more than happy to do that for you. Okay? So those are the events that we got going on. We got the Flip Side Friday. Okay? We got the 5K run on November 8th. And we've got Leslie Wright returning with a few friends on November 14th, all right here on the Grow Folk Talking Network, okay? This is an exciting time for me. And the floor is open. If you want to dialogue, the floor is open. We don't really have an official topic tonight, but whatever's on your mind, the floor is open.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm well, thanks for asking. Good evening, Prince. Okay, I guess he didn't hear me.
No, it just takes a moment for me to come off of mute, but it's a pleasure to hear you tonight. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. You as well. So, great show so far. It's good to hear your guest as he came on. Wonderful to hear that the topic so far, to know that the young man that fought underneath the umbrella of vision loss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And how he was able to figure out how he was. We all know how to basically navigate to figure out how we can go on with life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing how you know how he was
Mm-hmm.
able to teach the young man. But it's good to
Yeah.
hear that story again. It's good to hear that story again.
Mhm.
But my question for him is, besides that,
Oh my
which,
dear, I'm so sorry. I'll let you ask the question, but he actually had to go, and
no, no, no,
but
I
if
know he's not on the line,
okay,
but
no
I know
problem.
he
Sorry
works.
about that.
Okay, I know he works with other people besides vision loss. He do a lot of other things, but he just said that it's just not a the the, the floor is just open for different topics, right? For different, no matter. Correct, right?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you were gonna ask him a question, he can't answer because
No, no, no. I know
I'm
he's
sorry.
not on. I know he logged off. I was listening to the whole time. I know that, Prince. He logged off. Yeah. So
No worries.
just something. Yes, I'm fully aware of that, Prince. Thanks for telling me that. I'm fully aware. So you just have people just not understanding when your loved one, not just dealing with vision loss, when you're just having, just dealing with other, just dealing with other illness besides vision loss. How, this just dealing with other besides vision loss, falling into umbrella vision loss.
Mm-hmm.
How can you explain to your family, not even explain to your family, to sit down to educate your, for them to educate, maybe for him to educate people's family about other health conditions? That was my question.
Okay.
Besides vision loss.
Prince, you want to take that one?
I mean, wow.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we all do have different challenges, but I do
Yeah,
appreciate that question because
yes,
it's right. It's
lack of
very
knowledge.
necessary,
It's just, yes.
right?
Go right ahead, please. I don't want to speak over you.
No worries.
But
It's okay.
you are.
But it ends up that you know that was a I'm sure for Leon, it was a Miss Brother Wolf. He was there.
I didn't want to unmute myself as he was talking, but I wanted to ask
Uh,
him. I didn't want to.
Oh, it's quite all right. It's a bit awkward up here. There's a bit of a delay and a few different ways that we kind of step on each other's toes here, but it's quite all right. Because at the end of the
Okay.
day, not speaking for Brother Wolf here, but I'm sure that situation was like it was a it was a one off. He didn't expect to have that kind of a challenge, but him being the resourceful type that he is, he saw it as an opportunity to overcome the challenge right along with the young man because it's about solidarity. It's about being there for people to say, even though you're going through something, that I'm not particularly going through myself. I know that there's times and there's situations that I might need help with that it would be lovely to have that sort of support. And, the whole crowd being in on it, I'm sure everyone likes that story. It's why we like the movie Airbud. I'm sure if you guys remember that. It's like the dog he can shoot hoops, he could play soccer. It's like the underdog. You know what I mean? You don't think this is supposed to happen because it's not normal in society. Everyone, kind of looks down upon someone with disabilities or they kind of push awe aside whether they could achieve these things. This is why you've got bodybuilders who are paraplegic. Their legs don't work for anything, but they're lifting 400 pounds. You know what I mean? It's like this is
mhm.
the way that they can present to the world and express their tenacity and their determination to overcome their challenges. And just the simple fact that he was able to jump a couple ropes showed him that he can overcome those challenges. And it's all about those moments that we can help each other realize our strength in those moments. So I'm sure that's
Yeah,
something along the lines of what he'd say.
correct. Because that young man was able to use his other senses. That's what that young man was able to do.
Yes, martial
Hmm.
Yes.
arts and the multitude of senses. I came up with 25 senses when I started breaking them down because each of our five senses have then five subsequent senses. So that's just 25 in itself right there. But I won't get into it myself. But, it can always break down to smaller elements. And I think that's what he did with the young man. He's like, you're not just jumping over a rope that you're swinging around yourself. You're pulling the rope tight before you start to make sure it's not wound. You're loosening your arms to make sure that you're able to swing the rope around, but not too much and not too little. Practice makes perfect. He told him to swing the rope around, catch it on your foot, then you see the time in there, and then you step over it. Then you do that a little bit faster. And what do they say a lot of the times? Slow is fast, right? So if you do something slowly, you get it enough to where then you can do it over and over fast enough. Be not afraid of the man who practices 1,000 moves. Be afraid of the man who practices one move 1,000 times.
Correct. Okay.
Permission to speak?
No, it's too. Now, Marcus, this is
Go
your
ahead.
show.
No, yes, we appreciate that. And is that Brother Joffrey there in the background?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
asked for permission to speak.
Yes,
But
please. Go right
Yvonne,
ahead, sir.
Yvonne asked to permit to speak before him, so I don't know.
Okay,
But
go ahead, Ibadne. I'm
but it's,
going
Didn't
on
hear
mute.
Rodney. I'm sorry about that. If she did speak first and Joffrey, you heard that as well. Look, go ahead. Let's give Rodney the floor.
Oh, thank you. Put on some music. I love to have it on when I have music. But, I'm just thinking to Latoya's question. I'm thinking in general, if a person has a certain condition and needs to find a way to break it to family, one way would be to find articles about that condition. How are you today? Great. Find articles about that condition and then share it with them in that way to open up conversation. Thank you. To open up conversation. So I do have another comment with the floor to reopen, but I'm going to let Joffrey speak just in case he speaks to that same subject.
I have decided I will wait. Go ahead, Ibadne.
So I had this idea. You know how you think you're getting ideas and you're getting them like first? So I had this idea today to make deep fried pineapple slices. I actually had it yesterday, the idea, but I talked about it today. And what
Ibadne, you cut out.
okay, I thought it was just my fault. I thought my phone had died.
No, I'm sorry. Where did we leave off?
I was about to put my phone in the charger.
Deep fried pineapple slices. You talked about it today.
Yeah, I talked about it today. I thought about it yesterday, but I talked about it today and how good it would be to have it crispy on the outside and nice and moist, savory on the inside. And then when I looked on the internet today for it, well, it's not my idea. But it is out there. But I just thought, wow, you could, and even though it's fried, there's that questionable health issue with fried food. But there's so many ways you can eat from the trees of life. I made about a month ago jerk pineapple and jerk plantain, which was healthy because it was just, the jerk seasonings, which come from the land of afar. But just playing around with food in a different kind of way. I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Now I have a question. Where were the bones in your in your jerk?
Oh, Miss.
In my teeth as I ate them.
Because I mean, my problem with jerk food is they always have all these crushed bones.
But that's if you're eating jerk chicken. I mean, you can jerk anything, really.
Oh,
You
okay.
you can jerk anything, and I had these vegan patties, and they were jerk plantain, and I really enjoyed them. So when I decided to make the jerk plantain, I decided to add pineapple to my grandson. Said, Grandma, don't cook the pineapple. But I understand. Just don't eat it, It's that
Uh,
kind of thing. But, oh, it's really nice.
mm. Well, I got to thinking after listening to Latoya's question. We who are challenged better be careful because with 45/47 wanting to cut everything, disability may become a thing of the past. Because, there are individuals who have no arms and yet they're driving cars. They're writing letters. They're, and the main thing is people who are differently able are actually accomplishing things, doing things, doing things while I sit back and I say, I can't, I can't see, so I can't do this, I can't do that. So is are disabilities actually more of a mental thing than a reality? So I think there is some credence to differently able as opposed to disabled. Because we all now the brother Leon, the Wolfman, just said that there's actually more than five senses. He said six, and then Brother Prince said, well, each of the five have five if you can get in tune with them. And I think that's how people do things that other people who have no challenges can do. So I don't know. That thought just came to me, and I yield.
You make a great point there, brother Joffrey. There's definitely some aspects to understanding and being aware of your capabilities at deeper levels that yeah, your five senses might turn into 25 and those five into another 25, because we gain deeper understandings about ourselves, our environment and our abilities. At the end of the day, I was at the end of what you were saying, I thought maybe people start out as challenged, and then once those challenges are overcome, they realize how differently abled they are. Instead of disabled, they transcend to become differently abled. Once they figure out they can overcome these challenges, how they can. That's just a thought that came to my mind. And with Miss Ivadane with the fried pineapple jerk, I remember a friend of mine, she did all sorts of different vegan things. What was her name? Lady Ta- Mataje. I can't remember off
You
the top
sure
of
it
my head.
wasn't Gaga?
No, no, no. She was a lovely Moorish young lady, and she called herself Lady Mataje. It was v, v Vegalicious, I believe, was the name of her vegan kitchen. And she does things out of Brooklyn. And I remember she would do things at the she had a table at the Brooklyn Academy of Music Festival a few years back. She probably still does it recently, but yeah, she had different things like uh, all sorts of vegan options for all your favorite dishes, macaroni and cheese. She took different things like not so much tofu. What she use? Like cauliflower in some things. She would use jackfruit sometimes. There's a lot of different things that she would use to make a jackfruit pulled pork or something like that. I mean, this is probably something she'd make, or then there's many different vegan places I might frequent that I could be confusing her with. But same way, these are people who are taking, just like what you're saying, you can jerk anything. I jerked a turkey before. It's delicious. So maybe I just like jerk. But then I say, okay, well, how do they seasoned oxtails, and then I saw someone take what did they make out of oxtail in the oxtails? I forget what it was. I want to say like orange or what, I don't know. People are frying watermelons now, so it's so much different stuff that's going on. So I definitely know what you're talking about, Missy Vardene, and same to you, brother Joffrey. So much to be thought of, so many thoughts.
Yeah, there seem to be so many different options that we can really take advantage of nowadays. Things that we never thought that we would think of or even see or experience in our lifetime. But as we know, I mean, there are just so many different things that the, the the table spread is just wide. I mean, for crying out loud, people are deep frying ice cream. Now, I never thought that I would ever hear of that happening, deep fried ice cream, but people do it. Um, but with cuisine such as what Prince was just talking about, you know, I've even had cuisine where I actually thought that I was eating beef, and it wasn't. It was some kind of fruit or something that I can't remember the name of it. But I was like, wait a minute, this is not. And they was like, no. I said, okay. And I can't remember the name of it, but if somebody mentions it, it'll ring a bell. It's not common, but with all these different things that are going on, we have so many different options. And I think that that's the one thing that makes the difference for a lot of the things that we deal with is options. Just knowing that there ain't just one game in town. There's many different things, and it starts one place, but it grows and it goes other places as well. So the energy is just going to keep presenting options over and over again, and I think that that's a beautiful thing. Now, with the issue about being differently abled, I agree with that. That people find ways to maneuver or to accomplish things even with some challenges. However, for those of us who have gone through some different transitions, I'm quite sure that there are people that would love to be able to maybe have that particular sense or ability again. And not saying that it can't happen, but I believe that there are other options for that as well, just like we were speaking to. So with all of these things, all things being equal, I say it's a wonderful time for us to be involved in a lot of things that are going on now. And I think that um, things are just going to get more and more interesting and more fascinating as we move forward. So That's my 2 cents on that. And I'll land there for somebody else. Open dialogue. The floor is open.
Greetings. Did Joffrey share yet?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Salutations to all. I really didn't catch the beginning of this. That would sure everybody's doing well. And I just caught the gist of what you were saying, and it is true. To substitute our conditioned staples with fruit and things, a lot of people say, well, I'm a diabetic, I can't eat pineapples or this, that, and the third. But that's why we should always do research, because products that have natural sugar in it, you're not adding any sugar to it, it's more conducive to the body. If you research it, it is more conducive to drink fruit juices that you create yourself than even drinking water. Brother Yaki speaks to that. There's a few people that have been speaking to that for years. It's like get a handful of grapes and blueberries, and maybe a half a glass of water, put it in the blender, choose to put a piece of garlic in it for the mineral that garlic has in it, a little bit of cayenne pepper to help clean your arteries and things of that nature. Very conducive. Take a few sips and do some breathing exercise, deep diaphragmatic breathing, stimulate your inner organs and your diaphragm. That'll assist with this product flowing through your body, hopefully assisting clearing your mind. A little bit of cilantro, things like that, thyme, add a little more spice to it, but also these microgreens pull metals out of the body. Metals are one of the main things that contributed to dementia and clogged arteries, of course. Opportunistic times, if we elevate our discipline, there's quite a few ways to generate funds, greater ideas. It's really time for people to create alliances for various reasons. You know, of course, my show, I always play The Dawning of the Age of Aquarius. A real transformation and oneness is really coming through. You still need to know who you're dealing with, because, of course, we tend to jump double dutch, meaning sometimes we're in our higher self, which is the oneness and governed by love, and then sometimes we default back to what you guys were speaking to earlier about our traumas, our pains, and our woes. And that energy tends to come to the surface because it really wants to be healed. And walking in nature, you really can have the intent to give that energy back to nature so it can be qualified and used instead of put it out in the atmosphere on people and you don't know where they are. But I myself, I have slowed down quite a bit, but at the same time, I really acknowledge that a piece of land for myself, a place where I can go and be still, relax. Fortunately, we're embarking on the dark period of winter, and it's not exactly a good time to put vegetables in the ground. And I'm not a collard green kind of person, but I definitely acknowledge that this is a good time to make finances also. So I'm not going to hog up the show with me being late and sharing a whole bunch of information, but I appreciate you and the multitude for all that we do and share. But these are very opportunistic times, and we need to create maps for our future, since that's what nature does. meaning it's growing underground. It's not above ground. You won't see leaves on the trees, new buds. No, the roots are reaching for more pressure places to absorb minerals and things of that nature. So everything is inside and underneath, and that's a good time for healing also. And I yield. Thank us.
Yes, indeed. Thank us. Thank us. Once again, we have an open dialogue today, my friends. So the floor is actually open. You got a topic, you got something on your mind, please share. Hey, care, okay? Share and care. Care and share. Hand in hand. Floor is open, everybody.
Yeah, I have something on my mind. I think I did share earlier, but that was probably before Brother Ed came in. So, yeah, I shared earlier. And, you know, on November 8th, Brother Ed, there's a walkathon going on. And, you know, if you take a gander and come up, you can join Brother Marcus, and you'll be walking through nature, and you can, you know, breathe deeply, diaphragmically, and y'all can talk, and you can, I don't know if you can meditate pretty well, but you might find it a beautiful experience if you come on up here. Get out the South for a minute, all right? And I yield.
That was a very direct suggestion, but a wonderful one on
I
the
got
stage.
something to say to that, Brother Marcus. Minister, what you had said, I got something to say to that, Minister, what you had said. Do I have the floor for a minute?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Brother Joffrey, one thing good about the Kakalakis, you can drive down here, hallelujah, and you can leave your foot holders in the car because there's grass and vegetation and carbuncles all over the grass. So that's a long way to drive to inhale some smog and pollution, my Brismacken. Amen. Amen. And but it's true, the multitude and the gathering, hallelujah, would be a wonderful thing because I do love and appreciate my brothers that I met on this podcast. Yes, I do. Brothers and sisters. And I yield.
I do believe that we may have the capability to live stream as we do this 5K event, and that'll be a wonderful thing because we could actually live stream it to different platforms. And of course, it would be on ProLogic Strategies website and also on YouTube once we, you know, have the master technician, FloFokuz, you know, do the mix down and the edits and all that has to be done, sound quality checks and everything, and upload it to YouTube so everybody can see the event as a whole and that we were there. Xtra-Hype Connection, we'll also have Alpha Pack, hopefully joining us there too, and anyone else on the line on November 8th. I'll be sending out some information for you all to consider and share this, okay? Share this. It's going to be, I'm telling you, this is going to be a great outing, okay? There's restaurants up there, and hey, they even have I won't say brand new, but they have new restrooms that they actually provided for that section. So they're open. They're maintained very well. So, you know, you got all the amenities up there. There's restaurants there. They got the zoo over there. You got everything you need up there. And it's in a beautiful, beautiful place. So I would really encourage those of us who want to come on out, meet some new people, make some new friends, some new connections. and enjoy the scenery and enjoy the walk, at that time. Come on out. It's going to be wonderful. Takes place November 8th. We'll be having the information come out for you guys. And then don't forget, on the 14th, remember, November 14th, that date in particular is going to be amazing. All right? It's going to be off the chain. I'm just going to say it like that. It's going to be off the chain. You've never seen anything like what's going to happen on November 14th, and you're going to hear it here first on this network, okay? The Xtra-Hype Connection, bringing it here first to this network. And share. That's all I'm going to say, because we're going to do the same thing. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to talk to the committee about this, but I'll tell you what, for the person who does the most share, I'm going to say if the committee can give a little flip side post prize. I'm going to see if they'll do that just for that particular day, and it will be one person that will get that prize. So I'm going to talk to the committee and see if we can't make that happen, all right? All right, everybody. I'll let you know. But with that being said, is there anybody else who wants to chime in? We have the floor for a couple more minutes. If not, we're going to do our customary, last words, closings, announcements, and take us on out. So anyone else, the floor is open for open dialogue. If you would like to chime in, please feel free. And we'll do a count on it. 3.
Mic check.
All right, Brother Fox.
All right, Brother Marcus, Brother Ed, Brother Joffrey, Sister by name, Sister LaToya. Hey, listen, let me ask you a question now, brother. I want to get this right, because, you guys always support the health events. Well, it's sponsored by the network. But the 8th, is that at South Mountain Reservation, Brother Marcus?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And what time does that start? Because that happens to fall on Saturday when I air.
I believe it's from 10 to 2.
Oh, I'll be there, brother. Me and Sister Becky, who has the new show, will be up there. And also, just to share with you, since you'll be in West Orange, they got a wonderful restaurant up there, Marcus. It's called How Delish. Without saying delicious. Sister Becky goes up there all the time. You ever been there, Marcus?
Never been there.
I went there one time. They got an excellent vegan restaurant up that way. So I check it out. And the 14th is what? What's that going? Is that John? So be running a marathon? We got to support him.
That's Leslie Wright is returning on the 14th, and she's bringing some friends with her.
Oh, where's she gonna be at, brother?
She's gonna be here on the network.
Oh, I thought you were saying in person. I was like, what? But Marcus, you know what we're working on for August?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
That's cool. All right. Yeah, I'll be there with bells on with that, brother, because she has a wonderful eye for me with the castor oil and the PMSO.
But we're gonna have some more. We're gonna have a lot more on the 14th. I can't give it out right now, but I'm gonna give the information out very soon, and then we're gonna go ahead and put it out. But yeah, it's gonna be something special. All right, we got a little background noise there.
That was me, brother. I got rid of it. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay. Peace.
All right. Is there anyone else that would like to have a comment, big statement? I got a question, want to share? Before we go close, all right, we'll go 3, 2,
8, 0.
And count it down to 1. All right. And on that one, thank you, my friends. We're done with our fun, and our closing we are begun. Now, everybody, want to thank you all for listening in with us this evening. We just had a very informal, open dialogue tonight, just for everybody to come in and share whatever was on your mind, whatever you wanted to share. That was fine right here. And we want to thank you all for participating with us. Flo Focus and myself, we really love bringing content to you and bringing these podcast shows to you, and also the events that we have going on, in conjunction with the organizations and the platform that we're on right now. The Xtra-Hype Connection is bringing it to you. You got ProLogic Strategy. You got Grooveology 360. You got the Alpha Pack. You got the Grown Folk Talking Network. You got Networking for Success. You got all of these different things and more to come, all right, in the future. Very, very near future. So with everything that you see going on around you outside that just seems to be all upside down and crazy, right here you're going to keep some sanity and you're going to have some very, very positive things so that what's going on out there won't catch your gaze as much as what we got going on in here. And that's our aim, that's our purpose, and that's what we do. So remember, tonight, 8 p.m., 8 p.m., everybody, once we clear this line, please dial back in for Brother Edward. You heard him earlier. Right tonight, Zon will be done at 8 p.m. with your host, Edward, okay? Also, don't forget the 2-for-1 special. That's right, the 2-for-1 at prologicstrategies.com. That's right, get your 2-for-1, 2 ebooks, and a whole host of gifts that go with it. You can't go wrong with it. Check it out. I tell you, I also sent it out to the notification list of people that get those. But if you need to be on our notification list so you can get these offers as well as these events that are coming up as well, text notify me and your name to area code 732-362-1729, and we'll know that you want to receive the notices to be a part of all the events, all the happenings, everything that we have going on. We'll make sure that you know about it all, okay? And tomorrow, our rundown of shows at 7 a.m., 7 a.m., we have the prayer call with Miss Carol Lucille, okay, at 7 a.m. Great way to start the day. So make sure you tune in, all right? That's on Saturday, bright and early. And tomorrow at 12 noon, if I'm not mistaken, I believe we have Dr. Eric Baseca. I believe we have it tomorrow. I could be mistaken, but I believe tomorrow at 12 noon, it's Dr. Eric Baseca, all right? At 4 p.m., Mama Mahasid, Soul Liberator. 6 p.m., our CEO, you heard him earlier, Far Smith, with Grown Folk Talking, and his special guest will be on tomorrow. And then at 8 p.m., we have Sister Becky. And those are our shows for tomorrow right here on the network. We've also got some more things coming out for you. Check prologicstrategies.com. Create a free account there today. Get your 4,000 Flipside bonus points, okay, when you create an account there. That promotion is still going. Also, the 2-for-1s are there. Check out the news section, prologicstrategies.com/news. All events happenings. If you want to have something shown there, posted there, hey, contact FloFokuz. He's got 3 ways to contact him on the website: an email, a chat feature, as well as a phone number. All right? So you get in touch with him right there on the website. And with that being said, my friends, thank you for tuning in. And FloFokuz, I think you know what time it is, my friend. As usual, you got the last word. Take us out of here, brother.
And I just want to say thanks to everyone who showed up and gave their input, and everyone who's listening now and on the video on demand on our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and now we're on TikTok as well, guys. So tell all your friends to tune in with us every Monday, except for the last Monday of the month, which is coming up this Monday. So there's no podcast on Monday for us this week, but then tune in again with us for our Flipside Friday coming up. The lovely Halloween day. So just listen, guys. I did want to mention a couple of things about like juxtaposing how some people might feel in society they're disenfranchised in ways because they don't understand something, or they're discriminated against because they don't have the type of understandings in something. And that I wanted to bridge with the disabilities conversation and the challenges and the differently abled conversation as to where you can transcend those disabilities in all sorts of different ways. So, it's just a bigger conversation to be had where a lot of us feel we're differently abled in many different ways. We're disabled in society and we don't know how to get a leg up. So, Prologic Strategies was started so that people can feel like they can figure out this maze that we call life. And I'm happy to be in conjunction with Marcus here to create the Xtra-Hype Connection, and it's just something that's coming together lovely. So, listen, this is all for you guys, so feel free to reach out to us in any way. But let me just say, guys, remember, we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, don't sleep on yourselves. So, stop playing like what up, though. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Right.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate you.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Remember, come back at 8 p.m. for Dine Will Be Done.
Hasta la vista, baby.